Assalamualaikum and hello to all. My name is Iman Shakir bin Ibrahim as the representative for MyGo. So without wasting any time, let's take a look a little bit about our scientific module. Specifically, our scientific module is to examine the effect of different concentration of oxybenzone-based sunscreen on the embryogenesis of planktonic fish egg Anabas testudineus. Our scientific module is divided into 5 parts, which include summary and objective, background, method, embryogenesis, and references. For your information, we can overview each of the part by just clicking the button that we want to know. So, as we know, oxybenzone is the main ingredient that contained in the sunscreen. It is used as an ultraviolet blocker or UV blocker. The radiation damage can be a particular problem for the floating embryo in the water since the cell division during the cleavage period is quite short. These oxybenzone substances will cause problem in the cell division with unprepared DNA in the blastomeres. The expected outcome of this study is that the number of successful embryos decrease with the increase of oxybenzone concentration. So proceed with the objective of this study. The objective of this study is to test the different concentration of oxybenzone-based sunscreen on the embryogenesis of planktonic fish egg of Anabas testudineus. So next, we proceed with the background part of the study by just clicking the background button right here. So here we are. So basically, the effect of harmful ultraviolet UV ray has led to the production of ultraviolet filter. Ultraviolet filter can be found in many personal care products, and one of it is sunscreen. One of the main ingredients that used in sunscreen is oxybenzone. In this study, the concentration of oxybenzone-based sunscreen used are 0 mg/L, 5 mg/L, 12 mg/L, and 18 mg/L. And we choose 0 mg/L as the control in this experiment. So this experiment will be run in order to know the effect of Anabas testudineus fish egg with different concentration of oxybenzone. So next, let's have a preview about the material and method that they use in this experiment. We can go to the method button right here. Firstly, we can see the material used by clicking this button. So here the list of the material and apparatus that they use in this experiment. Next, for the methodology part, it can be divided into 3 parts, which is part A, part B, and part C. So firstly, we can go to part A. So for the methodology part A, it focusing to obtain the experimental egg by involving 5 common main steps. So next, for the part B, so basically for the methodology part B, we are focusing on how to prepare the control and treatment solution that include 6 main important steps that we need to follow. And lastly, for the method part C, focusing on the observing process on factors that affecting the fish embryogenesis. And this section, we proceed with 11 important main steps like in this scientific module. Next, we proceed with the different features of the scientific module. In the scientific module, we also include the references for the development of fish egg. So basically, we go to the button right here. So this part is divided into 2 parts, which is part 1 and part 2. So we go to the part 1. So basically, this reference is about the development of embryonic egg for zebrafish Danio, and it started with the zygote period. So basically, zygote period is the period where zygote of the fish egg will be fertilized. Next is go to the cleavage period, and in this cleavage period, we can see that the 2 cells will divided until it forms 64 cells. So proceed with the blastolar period. So basically, in this period, the 2 cells will form at the end of the stage. And lastly, for the part 1, it involves gastrula period. So basically, in this period, 50% epiboly will develop until it will reach the bud stage. So proceed with the part 2 overview for the fish egg development by just clicking this button and go to part 2. In part 2, it involves 2 parts, which is segmentation period and pharyngular period. So basically, in this segmentation period, in this period, the somite will be divided from 2 somite to 25 somite. And lastly, for the pharyngular period, In order to complete this period, the time taken for this period is 33 hours. Lastly, in the scientific module, we also include the references that we use to prepare the scientific module. So we just click the button here, so the list of reference will appear on your screen. So at the end of the slide, you can see that the QR code right here. So basically, if you are interested to see our proposal document, you can easily scan the QR code and proposal document will quickly appear on your smartphone. I think this is the end of the session. That's all from me. Thank you and Assalamualaikum.